Welcome to this guided meditation video. My name is Cami, and this is Cami's Fluid Energy Healing Arts. Hello and welcome. My name is Cami, and this is Cami's Fluid Energy Healing Arts. Today is our live session on September 22nd of 2022. Let's get started. There we go. Okay, so over the last several days, I've been in meditation seeing into like the microcosm, meaning really small things like DNA, things like micro connections in the earth. Like this morning I was taking the dogs out and I noticed I have a patio that is all brick, okay? It's all cemented together, it's completely solid surface, you would think. But this morning, we've had a bit of rain the last couple days. So this morning, when I took the dogs out, I saw an anthill starting in the middle of this thing. I'll actually put pictures up for you guys later, but I'm using that phone, so I can't do it now. But the light codes that I took this morning were from last night. I took more this morning, and it's the same blue out there. I know you were asking about the if I use filters. I never use filters on my light codes. I only because when you point the camera towards the sun, it'll blow it out. So sometimes you have to adjust the light in the dark, which is what we do in our bodies, right? We're adjusting the light in the dark to bring them into balance. So I'm just balancing the colors, and then I slide the saturation up to the point where it won't blow out the light center, but it brings the colors up. It's no filter, it just makes the colors brighter or darker or whatever for the situation, okay? So my light codes are always pure, and my degree is in fine arts photography, okay? I actually had a massive problem with one particular class, which was Photoshop, because they insisted that I put a glass of water in the desert. That's before I came here, okay? But even then I understood. A glass of water will not be in the desert. You'll have an empty glass, okay? So I'm very, I don't know how to describe that. Like, I couldn't do it. I sat there in class as a grown woman with children and cried because I had to do it for the grade, but everything in me did not want to do it. And my professor stood there laughing, and he's a fashion photographer, okay? And he's laughing at me. He's like, I totally get you, but you have to do it. And I'm like, I can't do it. He's like, then pick something else and put it there. So, I mean, of course I passed the class and got my degree, but that's how I am with photography. I'm such a purist. I love the black and white. I love the silver print film. I love being in a dark room, just drawing it up, bringing it up, watching the image develop. And that's not much different than what I do now. I kind of go into it and settle, and I allow the images to just develop. And that's my zone. So, if you're ever questioning, did I alter a photo? Probably not. Okay. I'm even to the point where if you ever look at my black and white photos, you'll find a black line around them because I don't even crop. I crop in camera, but I leave everything there for you to see. I know this was coming up many, many moons ago. Okay. But that's just my nature. Right, so microcosm, talking about the microcosm. I was also drawn to a video this week on mushrooms. Don't ask me why. I watch the strangest stuff when I eat lunch. But I think it was on Netflix. But it was in line with a guy who does moving art. It's called, I think his name is Louis something, Schwartzberg or Schwein, something like that. Anyway, I was watching his On the Earth, and I love to watch that at night before I go to sleep because it's good for the dreams. And he just does this really beautiful filming of the Earth. Well, he went to a new thing on mushrooms, and I had seen some of his mushroom videos in the earlier series. But what he got really into is talking about the microcosm and how they connect underneath. The mushrooms, when they put out their root system, it's kind of like our neurological system in our brain. And it works to connect the trees and the plants, and all of the things on the ground are completely connected by this coming together of the root systems. And so the trees can send messages through these root systems of the mushroom and the fungi, okay? And I don't know if any of this is going to click with you, but I know that a lot of you tend to feel the earth similar to how I feel it. So this might really make a lot of sense to you. But the way in which I work with you is my connection to you through the air. We breathe the same air, okay? We are water. The water touches the entire planet. We're all connected to the earth and this microcosm of connection, okay? So I connect to you through the earth, all right? And I connect to you through the light, all right? When we talk about the elements, we always say, you know, fire, but I think of it as light. Okay, so everywhere light is touching, whether it's starlight, moonlight, sunlight, reflective light, it is light. And if you break down into the atoms of your body, the atoms are light, okay? And the spaces between those atoms, that's where we connect, that's where we work. When I say I'm feeling you in my body, it's those spaces in between, and you key off different things through my body. Okay, so does that make sense? So I've learned over time, if you've gone back and watched earlier videos, I've learned how to kind of sort through what's me, what's you. Now, when we do these groups, I have not yet figured out really who to, you know, who's who when I'm doing the calling out. I feel it, but I can't necessarily say it's Alberto, it's Sangeeta. Sometimes I can, and sometimes I have insight when I'm coming back and editing the video later. Anyway, sometimes I know, and especially if I've worked with you in live sessions like Sangeeta frequently, I know your energy. So when I feel it, I'm aware that it's you. But when you guys all come in a group, you tend to blend. And which makes complete sense because as I'm looking here, most of you I've worked with privately, and I know for a fact that you're all healers, okay? So it makes sense when you're coming in and sharing my space that our energy just commingles because we're all the same, okay? We're all the same. We just manifest a little differently here and there. So does that make sense to everybody? Yeah? Okay. So this week, I'll show you my silly notes because, you know, I write in colors and do all this kind of stuff. But we were into the DNA in meditation. So we're going very deeply into our cellular structure, all right? And I think, you know, those ants that I was watching this morning that made the tiniest little hole in this massive, solid patio, and they were pushing out these little tiny incremental pieces of stone, okay? So they're breaking things apart so that they can rebuild them. Make sense? Yeah? So this is kind of what we're going to be doing with the DNA today. I've done this several times this week already on my own. We're not going to use a ton of heavy visuals. We're going to stick with just color and the basic word that applies to each chakra, okay? And Sangeeta, I'm not going to try to pronounce the Sanskrit names because, you know, I'm terrible at that. But at some point, I'm going to sit down with you so you can help me with my pronunciation, okay? Because it's awful, okay? Thank you. There is a channel on YouTube called the Sanskrit Channel. This guy is fabulous, okay? I'm not even going to try to do chakra videos that are really explanatory because he's going to take you into the Sanskrit and describe every incremental thing of it, okay? There's no way I could top that. So if you're really interested in knowing deeply, deeply, deeply about the Sanskrit origins of your chakras, then look at that channel. In the room, I will post videos from him so that you can find him easily. Okay, I will also, when we make the final video edits, I'll put in extra things about the chakras. All right, so we're going to get started. The things that we're going to be doing in the chakras is we're going to enter into our heart space like we always do, okay? I'm going to do some things that are a little bit of kind of alchemy. We're going to be connecting the heart space into the different chakras. All right, so when you hear that, it's just going to be very simple, but it's very intentional, and I saw it. And so when they kind of connect, they kind of look like that, that figure 8 symbol, okay? So it's just kind of bringing them together and connecting in between. Another thing on the line of that, the microcosm, you know, bees, when they come back and they dance in that little pattern. They move around and they come to the middle and they do a little shake, and then they go to the other side and they come back and they do a little shake. And I mean, these are bees. This is some of the most complex communication in the animal world, okay? So I mean, when you really start looking at the small minutiae of things, this is where we're going inside of our chakras today, okay? We're just gonna really explore them and see what comes up, all right? So does everybody have paper and something to write with? Because if you have impressions, I just want you to quickly jot that down. Perfect, thank you, Sebastian. So, I mean, just take a minute and jot that down. And please, please make sure that you've got your water and that you keep hydrating. It may not seem like it, but this work is so, it really moves your energy around, okay? So you really need to be hydrated. And I'm talking so much. So as we're in there and we're looking, we're going to keep kind of 4 points, all right? We want to keep in mind issues, people, energies, and beliefs, all right? Issues, people, energy, and beliefs. These are the things that we're looking for in our chakras today, all right? And we're looking for the ones that have fulfilled their purpose in our lives. All right, the ones that we're finished with, the ones that did whatever they did and now we're letting them go, okay? With all gratitude and love, we're gonna just let these things go, and then we're gonna refill that space with divine love, okay? So it's gonna get really into those tiny, minuscule things. Now, when you're getting impressions during this time, because we're clearing out our entire space, so I know everybody's learning to trust their intuition here. Jot down anything that crosses your mind. Anything. I don't care how small it is. Anything. Okay? And if you're having trouble of making sense of these at the end, please, please, direct message me with whatever you wrote down, and I'll check in with you on it, okay? And see if I can help you decipher. All right? We're going to use our bowl and we're going to come into center. And this time when we breathe, we're going to do it a little differently. Just pay attention to what I'm telling you. Okay, just pay attention to what I'm saying and breathe with me, because we're going to breathe through each of the chakras. All right. And you guys have watched the video for the Chokurei down, and then I explained how we connect the root to the crown, right, and the sacral to the third eye, and the solar plexus to the throat, and then we come into the heart. So it's a little bit what we're going to do when we're breathing today, is breathe these spaces together, okay? But we're going to start with the heart, because we always do. All right? Coming into center now. Ilakaya Karya Ham Tia Shura Bako Setria Taineka Yeshu Toyesham Saka. Ilam Tia Karya Sham Toya Setria Sumkapoyesham. Just clearing your spaces now. I just saw a series of cubes, and so what we're doing is we're just placing some clearing symbols around your space. Mushum Shekarya Kayesham. All of the spaces. Connected like a honeycomb. You are each here today intentionally connecting this energy across the planet. Okay. With the breath again. So we're drawing a deep breath in through the heart space, coming in through the back as white Reiki light. allowing that to fill up through the body. We're going to release that down through our root chakra into the planet, connecting us to Mama Gaia now. Another breath, coming in through the heart space now. Drawing white Reiki light, allowing it to fill up through the body. We're going to release that through our crown to our higher self and creator source. Another breath coming in now through the heart space as white Reiki light, allowing that to fill up through the body, and then releasing that to each other. At this time, we would like to invite in all of our guides. All of our teams are coming together now. I actually have a visual of a large golden dome space. We're all sitting in a circle. There's a fire in the center, and we are surrounded by a countless number of light bodies. They're all presenting as different color orbs. So we're going to do some breath work now. We're going to draw breath in through our heart space, and we're going to release that out through our throat space. And then we're going to draw in through our throat and release through our heart, creating a solid connection. Okay? So draw in white Reiki light into your heart space, coming in through the back, a nice breath. And then pushing that out through your throat chakra. That clears and cleanses your throat chakra. Now we're going to draw a breath in through the back of the throat chakra. Blue light now. Filling up in that space between the heart and the throat. And that is also our high heart space. And then allow that to release through the heart. Next breath now, we're going to connect to our third eye, coming in through the heart space. So deep breath into the heart space. White Reiki light. Pushing that out through the third eye. Now we're going to draw our next breath in through the third eye. This is going to be an indigo colored light. Think blue jeans. Allow that to fill up through the body. And then we're going to release that out through the heart space. Next breath coming in through the heart space as white Reiki light. We're going to connect to our crown, which we're very comfortable with doing. We do this all the time. So we're going to release that through the crown. Now we're going to draw violet light in through the crown into the heart space. Releasing that out through the heart space now. So what we're also doing here at this time is I'm making sure that all of the chakras are open and properly spinning in a clockwise direction. Working down now, drawing your next breath into the heart space, coming in as white Reiki light, allowing that to fill up through the body, and then we're going to release that through the solar plexus as gold light. Drawing gold light into the solar plexus now, coming back up to the heart space with it, creating that connection. And of course, releasing that out through the heart space. Some reprogramming in this space. Another deep breath in through the heart space now, drawing in white Reiki light. Moving that down to the sacral, into the tummy area. And releasing that out. Drawing orange light in through the tummy and through the sacral area. Allowing that to fill up through the body. Coming into the heart space. And releasing that now. Last breath in this connection process, coming in through the heart space is white Reiki light. Sending that down to the root chakra and out. Now we're drawing in red light from the planet, from Mama Gaia, into the heart space now, filling up through the body, and releasing through the heart space. Now that we have everything connected, just breathe gently at this time. Breathe in through your crown chakra now, drawing down an iridescent column of light through your chakras, connecting about a foot below your root chakra, deep into the earth. Drawing in from our soul star chakra and going into our earth star chakra now, creating an iridescent column of light. So we're going to begin an exploration of our chakras now. So we're going to begin with our root chakra. This is our stability. You can picture this in the color of red. And as you're picturing it, I want you to picture it rotating in a clockwise direction. It might look like a fiery ball. People see these differently. This is how I see them. So as you're picturing your root chakra now, I want you to focus in on the microcosm of the root chakra now. Feeling the red, allowing any impressions to come forward for you now. You may feel some tingling at your tailbone at this time. Kumasuri te kanaisha sokoyesham sitayesham. Kirapakaya rapotoyesham sitera tayesham koposu. Ilana sitera kayesham. So we are focusing on and feeling this color of red. You might want to connect it to some of your other senses as well. Seeing it, feeling it, tasting it. What can you think of that is red? Any impressions that come to you at this time, just jot them down. We are in here and we are looking for beliefs. Foundational beliefs. A lot of these would be societal, familial, religious. We're searching for beliefs that we have completed their usefulness, and we're now moving them out of the body. We're also looking for people, places, and events that have lodged or connected or attached to our root chakra. Any impressions that you receive at this time, any places that come to mind, any events that come to mind, any people that come to mind, any beliefs that come into your mind at this time, jot them down, write them down on your paper. You're going to hold in this space for another minute when you do that. Continuing to feel the red. If you have nothing coming to you in this space, then it is clear and balanced for you. When you come back to this and you practice this again, there may be more. Sometimes it'll be the same ones that you're still working through. Drawing a deep breath in through the heart space now. Nice white Reiki light, allowing that to fill up through the body. And then we're going to push that down through our root chakra. Releasing this space now, allowing it to come into balance and just be. The next space that we're checking in with is our sacral chakra. This is our seat of creativity. This is where we're birthing new ideas. This space is orange. We're going to picture this as an orange sphere. So you want to visualize an orange sphere, possibly one that looks something like fire or clouds moving through it, water sloshing in it. It should be glowing brightly and it should be moving in a clockwise manner. When you focus on these things, it's your intention and it is so. It is as simple as that. So as we're into our sacral space now, our womb space, our hara for the men, we are looking for beliefs. We are looking for people. events. Kumboshu sukoya samatia tayakaya baya samanya tarayako pushu sumkayasha, and places that trigger this space. Any impressions that you have now as you continue to focus on this color orange? What does orange feel like? What does it taste like? What does it smell like? This connects you and allows you to receive the information that is buried deeply into your cellular body. So write down any impressions that you have now in this space, and we will hold here for a minute. Clear and close this area now. And close it so much as rest it. So we're going to draw a white regulating through the heart space. Allow that to fill up in the sacral area. We're just going to release that down, 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 down through our root chakra. Clearing and resting this space in a proper balance. Moving up now into the solar plexus. Right in the area of your navel. The solar plexus you can picture as a sun. A lot of times you'll hear me refer to the gold star chakra, which is right above it. So you can kind of visualize them as a little tiny constellation. So we're drawing in a breath of white regulite into the heart space now. And we're sending that into our solar plexus. Visualizing this in yellow. Connecting with this space now. What does yellow look like? What does yellow feel like? What does yellow taste like? Smell like? So as we're in here now, we're looking for any beliefs that are stored in this space that have completed their usefulness on this journey. We're letting go of those now. In this space, we're looking for any events that stored themselves in this space, and we're letting them go now. In this space, we're looking for any places that have been stored here into this solar plexus, into the yellow, that have exceeded their usefulness in our journey, and we're letting them go now. And we are also looking for any people that have attached in our solar plexus space, any people that we've held here, and we are letting them go now. Deep breath coming in through the heart space now, drawing in white Reiki light. And we're going to cleanse out our solar plexus chakra now. Deep breath in, letting that fill up in the solar plexus chakra. And we're going to release that down through our root chakra. Osham Shaya Kaya Samakaya Sham Tia Samatia Paraya Sukoya Sham. I don't believe that I gave you time to write anything down in that one. If you need a minute to write down, we'll just kind of pause here for a minute, okay? So Masura Pakaya Sham Tia Vaisam Tia Sus. Yakaya Sam Tia Kaya Sham Kupaya Se Tayarantias. Yakantia Kupaya Shum Tikaya Se Rambatia Sokapaya Sham. Going to be coming into work in the heart space now. Sumaya Tera Kaya Sham Kaya Shika. Now the color of the heart space is usually designated as green. I see everyone's heart space differently. I see different colors functioning in those heart spaces. Whatever color comes to your mind now at this time, that is the color that you're going to be working with in your heart space. You may stick with green, or if another color came through to you, work with that, okay? There's a question about white. White represents purity. White is also the combination of all colors. There's a difference in using color in light and using color with opaque, mixing kind of paints. They work differently. White light is a combination of all colors. So we're going to draw white Reiki light into the heart space now. Just going to allow that to kind of move around. Move through the 4 chambers of the heart. And release that out. This is our seat of love. It is also where we store the most grief. I'm seeing a pure white lotus opening. I'm going to draw another breath in now, just a couple inches above your heart space, between your heart space and your throat space. And we're looking into our high heart chakra as well. So draw that breath in, let that kind of fill up and move around, and we're going to release that now. Opening up this space. So whatever color you're visualizing now, imagine what that color feels like. What does it taste like? Can you relate it to a sound? What does it smell like? Visualize that moving in a clockwise direction. If you're receiving any impressions in this heart space now, I would ask you to write them down quickly. As we hold here for another minute. Concentrating on your color.
Sura Tia Karia Kasan Tia Kaya Shima Sumania by Sika Pusum Tia Kaya Sita Ramba. I'm gonna clear and rest this space now, drawing white Reiki light in through the back of the heart space, allowing that to fill up through the body. Kusum Tia Shama Sakaya Shama Tatia Baya Sekaya Shama Kapusuta Yashanta Yaramasa. We're going to send this breath up and out through our crown. Next breath coming in now and through the heart space. We're going to be connecting with our throat chakra. Some white Reiki light coming in through the heart space, filling up in the throat space, and releasing. This is a blue light. This is the seat of our communication. The power of our words is incredible. The power of sound is creation. So as we come into this space, we're going to also be aware of the words that we speak to ourselves and to each other. Becoming aware now. How do you speak to yourself? Do you speak to yourself with love, or judgment? Do you speak to others with love, or judgment? As we're resting into the throat space now, we're paying attention to any beliefs that affect our speech and our connections. So any beliefs that are no longer serving a purpose in our growth cycle, we are letting go of now. Just use your breath to blow that out. We're also connecting to any places, any people, and any events that can be lodged into this throat space now. Any impressions that you're receiving, please write them down. Stay connected to the color blue. The feeling of it. Remain connected and write down your impressions. So we're preparing to rest this space. We're going to draw white Reiki light in through the heart space and send that out through the throat chakra now. Balancing and resting. Continuing on now, moving up into the third eye chakra. Skantira Boshoko Payatera Tiamani Kaya Posupura Payashi Kayatera Payashunto Kayesi. Drawing a white Reiki light in through the heart space now. Sending that up to the third eye. And letting that go. Drawing a breath in now through the third eye. Breathing in indigo light now. Allowing that to fill up through the third eye space. Connecting to that color now. Connecting to the indigo, how does that feel for you? Can you connect it to a sound, or a smell, or a taste? Making some connections in through the ear chakras now. This is a full activation of the pineal gland right now. I just saw a burst of white light. So someone just had a opening. Just anchoring that in. So as we're into this space now, it is fully open and clear. We're looking for any beliefs around this space that no longer serve our growth process. We're letting them go. Just blow them out. I'm hearing can't. Let that go. Blow it out. Visualize this indigo sphere rotating in a clockwise direction. So we were looking for beliefs that would limit this chakra. These would be religious beliefs, societal beliefs, familial beliefs. There can also be some past life blocks, very common in the upper chakras. If you were a visionary in a past life and it did not end well, there could be a lot of fear here blocking this space. Or you may have had a lot of fear injected into this space from religious beliefs. Just breathing those out and letting them go now. So any impressions that you're receiving at this time, just write them down. So now we're going to draw some white Reiki light into the heart space and allow this to release through the third eye chakra, resting it at this time. I'm seeing a triangle from the pineal down to the vibration centers are being drastically amplified. It actually looks like a 3D pyramid. Okay, we're going to be connecting to the crown space now. This is a violet in color. So we're coming in through the heart space with white Reiki light. We're going to be pushing that up through the crown. And our next breath, we draw in violet light through the crown space into the heart. As we focus on this violet color in the crown space, you might feel a lot of tingling. So just focus on a violet sphere swirling in a clockwise direction now, completely glowing, and beautifully open. As we're in this space now, we're looking for any beliefs, any beliefs that can be programmed societally, familially, religiously, we're just going to let that all go now. We're letting go of any people that we've held in this space, any places, any events, and any beliefs. If you want to write down any impressions now that you're receiving in this chakra, drawing white Reiki light in through the heart space now, allowing that to fill up through the body. You're going to release that out through the crown space now, bringing the chakra to a resting space. Coming back into the heart space now. I'm just going to breathe calmly in this space. Just take a few calm breaths in this space. So we're coming back into our center. We're going to draw rose gold light. We're just going to breathe it in through our entire body space now, okay? Every cell of our body is open, and we're going to draw in rose gold light. This is going to fill in all of the spaces that have just been cleared, all right? We're filling it in with divine love now. So breathing in through every cell of your body. Deeply breathing in rose gold light and allowing that to just fill every cell of your body. Raising your vibration to purified, unconditional, non-judgmental love. And release back out through every cell. One more breath, drawing in through every cell of your body, rose gold light now. And releasing that back out through every cell, rose gold light. You are just glowing now, absolutely glowing. One more deep breath in of rose gold light through every cell. And releasing that out through every cell as rose gold light. Just breathing gently now. Once again, any impressions that are coming to you in this space at this time, write them down. We're going to move on and bring the bowl into this space now. Okay. We're going to come back into center and close. I'm going to use the bowl because that's what we began with. So gently now. As we draw this session to a close now, we release all of our guides that were here to assist us today. With all love and gratitude and great appreciation for all the assistance that was given here today. All gratitude to each of you for participating in this process and amplifying the healing power. Thank you. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you. If you've been deep in your meditation, you should make sure you're connecting to your space now. It's really important to ground, to completely ground this in. Completely ground this in. So breathe deeply into Mama Gaia and release. Begin to pay attention to your fingers and your toes. Become aware of the space that you're seated on now. You're strongly supported by Gaia. Family, thank you so much for being here today. I truly appreciate you spending your time here with us. If this message resonated with you, I encourage you to like and subscribe, and I also encourage you to join us on Discord. That's where you can express your feelings about this video in a nice, safe, private server. Okay, so you're not putting it up here in the comments on YouTube for everyone to read. All right? Much love to you. I will see you again soon. Namaste.